name is Ryan, and I want to take you on a journey of why I got into gaming and why I continue to make YouTube videos and really what started it all. So I'm going to name my farm Calico Farm just because it sounds cool. My favorite thing is Mountain Dew. I'm a little addicted to caffeine. It's unhealthy, I know. I'm gonna stick with a certain look that I've acquired. I still remember playing this when it first came out. Not first came out. It was about 2017. And I thought, such a wonderful game. I want to go ahead and skip the intro, and I would like to get it completed within 1 year. And just kind of go from there. So I started making content in 2014 for family and friends. And it was really just kind of a way to entertain those who were just getting into devices, tablets, phones. And one thing I really liked doing, one thing I've always liked doing, is making people laugh. It's one of my favorite things to do. And so I would try these ridiculous things with Super Mario. My first one was Super Mario 3. Then I started making Minecraft content. And it was kind of hit and miss. Work got in the way, and I didn't really have a lot of free time for my hobbies. And at the time, in the beginning of my channel, I was recording on a Mac Pro that I had acquired from college. And I didn't really know too much about MacBooks, but it was giving me a lot of problems. And I was under the impression that it would be more affordable for me to decommission it and move on than to try to repair it and keep going. So part of the process of my whole journey was letting that computer go and just kind of starting over. So I didn't really have a desktop or another laptop to make videos with. And at the time, mobile gaming wasn't too big. Nothing like it is today. There were, a few games that you could play on your phone, like Candy Crush Saga or something like that. But it wasn't really something that I was into, so I just kind of gave up. And then eventually, I just kept thinking about it, and I really wanted to continue making videos. I still love editing, the filming process, and just kind of showing my way of playing, because it's not really mainstream. So I just wanted to keep doing something along those lines and showing my love for video games. And recently, I've decided to kind of focus on the underdog of the gaming industry, because there are so many popular games out there, and they don't nearly get as much credit as they should. So recently, if you're new to my channel, I will tell you that I have been playing a lot of Humble Bundle titles that are in the indie category. And if you're not new to my channel, then you'll notice that some of the things that I've been uploading are not, as I say, as popular as, whatever the kids are playing these days. So it's not all the rage. So I wanted to keep cultivating and growing this channel the best that I can, and something that I used to do in between making YouTube videos for gaming was a podcast series that I did by the name of Insomniac Morning Show. And so I recently decided I missed that, and why not be able to do both? So it is my goal to have one place like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram where I can basically share all of the favorite things that I enjoy with as many people as I can. And so I'm going to keep doing that. And I chose this game to make this video and talk about this stuff because it's such a relaxing game. The music is amazing. The story is even better. And it's one of these games that I can never get enough of, no matter how many times I play it. So if you've never played this game, I encourage you to check out the link in my description of this video, where I've provided a link for you to purchase it through the Humble Bundle store. And that link also helps support charity, a charity called the It Gets Better Project. So I have teamed up with the good folks at Humble Bundle to have a portion of the proceeds from the sales that I get from this link to go toward the It Gets Better project. So if you're considering getting any kind of games, I would greatly appreciate if you used that link, just so I can continue helping charities. It's something I'm very passionate about. And sometimes I change it up, but the It Gets Better project, the Trevor project, Human Rights Campaign, things like that are my favorites, and I kind of let it rotate on a regular basis. So back to my story. I had started doing the podcast in lieu of video games because I didn't have the computer for it, but I had the necessary tools to make a podcast. And something that I fell in love with as far as that goes is weird news. I've covered stories from a man marrying a pizza to just all kinds of weird things. I can't even really think of any. There's been so many. And so that was my biggest thing, was to put that out there, because a lot of podcasts are about news or sports or just like one certain topic. And I was very passionate about news, but I couldn't stand the constant politics and, keeping up with the Kardashians and just all of those things that the world is fixated on. So I thought, why not make the news fun and the news funny? And so I started the Insomniac Morning Show. And the funny thing is, I actually started it before I started the YouTube channel. because I hadn't even really thought of making one back then. And so I regularly worked on the podcast, and I don't know, I guess it's a very ADD type of story where I just wanted to do this and then I wanted to do that, and then I don't know. So there was a point where I could no longer do videos, and so I decided to pick my podcast back up. But I've noticed that when I pick one or the other, I pick the one so the other fails. So I have decided to merge these activities and try to make one central place where I can share all of the things that I love with everybody. And it's really just something that can brighten your day, which is, my main goal. So if you are sick and tired of the news, I definitely encourage you to stick around for that and keep an eye out, for some upcoming content. I'm going to put it out in the open, and so then I'm going to have to commit. And it's really something that I want to be doing anyway, so. Stardew Valley is such a great game. I skipped the intro, but you basically inherit your grandfather's farm. And it's your job to restore it, and I just enjoy having a new life. The rival in the game is Joja Mart, which is basically like any major retail / grocery chain. And so that is what we are going to do. I wouldn't mind turning this into a series because ASMR is something that has helped me in the past with anxiety or stress. And I noticed that a lot of the videos are like somebody's eating something or somebody's whispering, but it's just very harsh. And so my goal is to just speak to you as if we were in a library and it was very quiet. And then that way I can help you relax after a ridiculous day, or just in general. So I love the footwork. I wonder how some of these sound effects came to be. So yeah, in the top right corner, it shows you the time of day, the season, the time, obviously, and then how much money you have. So one of the things I always have to pay attention to is the time, because you can only do so much in a day. And your energy bar here, see, I have 22 out of 270, which means every action you do takes energy, except using your scythe. You can cut grass, and see, I have 18. You can cut grass and bushes and weeds, and it doesn't move. So at the end of the day, before you go to sleep, that's a good task to do. But you are required to go to sleep before 2 a.m. or bad things happen to you, so it's always good to do that. This game has gone through quite a few updates since I've started playing it, and one of them includes being able to complete some tasks that are major within your first year. So, and then we have a journal of things that we want to do. so we're gonna go to the beach before 5 p.m. Unfortunately, eventually, you will get to craft automatic sprinklers, but obviously your second day you're not going to have that luxury, so you have to spend your energy wisely. And for quite a while, one of the first things you want to do is wake up and do that, and you can go right over here and just click on the water with your can highlighted, and you can refill it. So because we have some more introductions to do and not really a lot of other things going on until those parsnips are ready, I'm going to try to meet more of the townsfolk and just kind of see what's going on. I'm going to try not to rush this because, as I said, I've played this several times, and so I can be a little fast-paced with it. I like to be dirty and go through these trash cans before everybody wakes up, because sometimes you can get pretty juicy rewards. So I don't know if I have to wait until a certain time, but I'm going to wait until 8. And there we go. Okay. I'm going to skip that though, because basically blah blah blah, you get a fishing pole, and that's all that matters. I mostly want to leave certain things out because I want to encourage you to check this game out if you're at all interested. It's really a great game for all ages. It's on all consoles. It is on all mobile devices. Fishing is a nightmare. And then it is on PC and Mac. And when you get it on PC, you can get it through an app called Steam, which is basically what I use to play all of my games. The client is free, the games obviously are not. I shouldn't say obviously, but you must pay for the games. But you can get a free Steam account and download the digital library of everything you need. One of the things I like to do also, I think it's, social. So down here it's going to tell you, if it has a question mark, that means you haven't met them. I know everybody, so I'm just going to try to go through and hunt them down, basically. I think I met her yesterday, yeah. I didn't meet Jazz yet. I wonder if she's there. So one of the major things that started my journey with gaming, aside from the whole 2014 thing, was when I got a Super Nintendo when I was 10 years old. And prior to that, I had played on other friends' systems and stuff, and I had played Mario 3, which is why I started my YouTube channel with Mario 3, because it really was like one of the first ones that I had played and kind of fell in love with. So I'm 10, I got my new Super Nintendo, and from there, I'm going to show my age, but you could actually rent video games from a video store such as Blockbuster. And so I would do that because, poor. And I just picked out, I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I kind of did, and it kind of worked out for the better. So I would rent whatever games I could find that felt the most entertaining. And so after that, I loved the Game Boy and the Nintendo 64. I guess the whole centralized thing here is my love for Nintendo, because I played a lot of games that I loved playing were from Nintendo, so that was always nice. But other than that, I mean, the story isn't that wildly interesting. I just really wanted one for my birthday, and that was about the only thing I got that year. And then I eventually moved into PC games. I think I was about 18. Yeah, fishing is the worst. I was about 18 when that happened. I got my first desktop, and I started playing a game called Diablo 2. And that was really like when I really liked playing PC games, and that really kind of cemented my love for all things PC. So definitely made the switch after that. And I don't know, it's just like one of those things where it doesn't matter what kind of day you're having. It's like you can always get lost in a video game, no matter what kind of game it is. Because it's like it purposely distracts you from whatever, is bothering you. And I just think that's great. So now I have to go around and stalk everybody just to get this one task off of my journal. So we're gonna get 2 of them, or not. I think I can go to the grocery store and at least find 2 of them, hopefully more. So for a little bit, the game gives you these quests in your journal. Oh, there's one. And then I don't know when or if at all, really, because the game has updated a few times, but eventually it's like they just kind of stop showing up. Okay, so yeah, there's one. Those 2 people you don't really interact with. And there's another one. So then the 3rd one is not here. So it says he's hard at work, but I believe it still counts. So let's see. See who we need. So that's Sam, Marnie, Sebastian, and the Wizard. Such lovely names. So we're gonna try to hunt down as many of them as we can, and hopefully get that out of the way. Oh, good. So I think she's the only one I haven't met. And while they're doing this... Oh, it does work. Okay. So then... 2 more. So they're actually the hardest ones, because the one lives up here and never, almost never comes outside. The other one is kind of the same way. And then the Wizard you don't really meet until, he asks you. He'll send you a letter in your mailbox, and it's basically when you get to fulfill the introductions. So did I meet the other one already? Yeah, Yeah, there's 3. Okay, so it's not counting. I guess it's not counting the wizard, and that's why. So then Shane and Sebastian. And they're 2 teenagers. So Sebastian is the one that's pretty much on his computer all day. And we don't judge him for that. And so he's like super difficult to meet. The other one, you can't go in their bedrooms unless you're like a really good friend. So the other one is pretty much always in there. And I think he's like practicing his guitar or something. Just something strange that kind of keeps him hidden. So, I will say one of the worst things you can do in this game is go to bed before you run out of energy. So I always try, after I know that I don't have anything major to do, I will always try to waste my energy and then just go to sleep. It doesn't really matter when you go to sleep, as long as it's before 2 a.m. So, just going to try that. And there are things that will increase your energy. And there are methods that make your tools better so you're not like hacking away at trees, because that's annoying. It's like 12 or 15 hits before the tree finally comes down. Something like that. It's ridiculous, but eventually this farm will need to be cleared out and you'll be growing a lot more than 15 parsnips. Yeah. Which reminds me, I'm already failing. I should have spent this money. So, I'm gonna have to wait 2 days. So that's great. I don't claim to be an expert anyway, but there's so much to do and so much to remember that if you really want to stick to a strict schedule to get everything done, it's like you practically have to have a notebook. But it's okay. Time is the most precious thing in this game. Okay, so yeah, now I'm basically running out of energy, so instead of like wasting that, I'm just gonna, well, not wasting it. I guess I am going to waste it, so. Okay, so now we can make wild seeds and field snack. Food is very, very important as well, because you get to restore your energy that way. And then this doesn't really matter early on, but your luck plays a big role in things like fishing, foraging, crafting. So they're annoyed with me. I don't really know what else to do. I should be fishing. I just really hate fishing. And I don't know. I guess I just will anyway. One thing I should have done is, you know, you don't need your axe, you don't need your pickaxe, and you don't need your scythe to go fishing, but here I am. I brought it anyway. And Pierre's is always closed on Wednesdays until a major story event happens, so that's always fun to plan around. Oh, yay. I actually got the maximum. Fishing is so hard in this game. At least for me. Oh, yay. I wonder if that posting is still up. I thought about accepting that. Okay, so over here. Aw, man. Well, dang it. I guess I'll just save that. One of the quick ways to make money is to pay attention to that bulletin board. You don't get like a tremendous amount of money, but every little bit helps in this game because it's such a capitalist thing. Time and money are like the most important things. Ah. Okay, let's get this. I wish I had bait. But if they gave you everything right away, you would have nothing to work toward. Oh, I hate fishing. No, no. No, no, no. Come on. Yes, stay. I'm so bad. So, come on. Come on. You can do it. He's tricking me. There we go. Yay, one whole sardine. Okay. No, I don't like that. We're gonna try that again. I don't know if max actually matters. It's just something I always try. And then these little bubbles down here. Usually you have a good chance of catching something. They're harder to follow when it's raining. Definitely worth keeping an eye out for, because you usually get better rewards. Okay. And then when they're teeny tiny fish, sometimes they're easier to catch. Oh, I hate this. Come on. You can do it. I just want to catch 1, 2, 3 fish. This is ridiculous. It goes down so fast. He's just never... He is not going to give up, is he? Oh, I lost him. That angers me. Well, it's one of the hardest things to do, but it's honestly one of the easiest ways to make money and have food, other than crops, because the crops are really your money maker for more crops. And then depending on the fish, it's just really, in my opinion, not worth selling. Come on. It really doesn't like me today. Which is what, yeah, that's what the luck thing said, so I'm just gonna waste this day. Because there's nothing to do. I don't think I'm gonna find the other 2 people. I might find one. I guess I'll look. Sometimes he's in the living room, but the majority of the time he is in his bedroom. Yep, and there he is. So I guess I could just wait around a bit. Finally. Get over here. And that's all he says. So much waiting around just for that. Okay, well, at least it was partially productive. The last one is Sebastian, and I'm really not so sure I can find him this easily, so... Alright, Alright, so the rain has gone. I did not mean to do that twice. The fortune teller says, of course. Okay. And now more watering. It's really a good idea to, until you have sprinklers, get into the habit of doing that first. Because unfortunately, the more you have to water manually, the more energy you're going to be spending. However, that is where that recipe will come in handy. Because you will be able to gain 45 energy. And that will make a huge difference. So, I guess what I can do now, I don't really have like a set routine for how I do things. I'm gonna go this way. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm gonna go and try to meet Sebastian. Just to hopefully clear out some of these tasks. And then at some point, you get to meet the wizard. And that's pretty much everybody for the majority of the game. Until you really start to branch out. Always keep an eye out for these. I think they're just worms, but sometimes you can find some pretty good stuff. And then nothing pretty much opens until 9 a.m. Yes, I mean, I like to scare the birds. One thing you can do while you're here, though, is use your hoe for this dirt. And sometimes you can find clay. And if you really make enough of it, or find enough of it, you can sell it. And so, just a little tip. So, the guy we want, is downstairs. And the problem is, he's right there. And you have to be good friends with anybody before you can enter their bedroom. So I am just going to wait it out and see if he comes out today. And finally he comes out. There we go. So I'm going to make him get on my nerves. The second one was give them a gift. So, free money. Okay, so now we have to wait for the parsnip. And I'm going to try, if there's enough time, to get some other crops. Okay. I guess I'll sell those things. And the rest of it is going to go toward potatoes. So, there we go. Alright, not a terrible waste of the day, because I got the big picture out. The goal was to meet everyone and give them a gift. And as you can see, some people like certain things, and you can kind of learn as you go. And actually, I think it will even tell me. I haven't given him any favorites. So, there we go. Miscellaneous, and he hates it. So, it'll help you kind of remember what not to give people, and definitely what to give people. Okay. So now I'm just going to randomly plant these wherever I can. And of course, water them. And then I guess that will be it for the day. And there we go. We'll go to sleep for the night. Okay. Yay. The crops are finished. So that, whoops. That is... that is one of the major tasks done. And a whole lot less to water, which is very nice. Okay. And it looks like we need to make a scarecrow. Get some animals, but I always wait on the animals because it's a big investment. So I'm kind of bad and I just kind of waste, because now that you've cultivated your parsnips, you're going to be able to craft a scarecrow, and you can also craft your own fertilizer. Oh good, it's raining again. Okay, so going to make wood coal fiber. When it rains, you don't have to worry, obviously, about watering things. But also, you don't have to worry about scarecrows. So that's important. Okay, so let's try to just get enough wood here. Okay, and make the scarecrow. And place the scarecrow. I'm gonna just jump right there. And there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop my gameplay for now. I can't really think of anything else to say other than if you enjoyed this type of content, like ASMR gameplay, and you wouldn't mind more of it, I would appreciate your feedback, so I know whether or not it's okay to continue doing. And if you didn't like it, what else you might prefer, or if you're just okay with me continuing my gameplay reactions as usual. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I encourage you to, so you can follow along with me and learn about some weird games and experience funny moments and just overall a good time. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time.